Welcome back to the third quarter of the Bobby003 Show, along with my sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we'll get right into some pictures. Let's finish up with the pictures.
Sure.
If we
got Bobby003 frying fish right out the gate.
And we were using my little Emerald deep fat fry. Real nice little event. QVC, I think. Is that the name of that?
Right. You bought it online on television?
About 12:30 one night. When I saw Emerald.
They get you when you're weak.
That's correct. I said, you know what? For Emerald to put his name on it, it must be good. And it really works neat. And it wasn't too expensive, $100 and a few, if I recall correctly.
And
trying to get some sunsets coming back Sunday night. A little bit better right there. It's pretty when it's like that, where you just, the sun is almost gone. And this is Miss Lorraine. Miss Lorraine works she's an employee over at Lowe's here in Opelousas, Louisiana.
Lowe's cap on.
She's got a Lowe's cap on. Look, that smile. I bet she is one of the top employees at that store because she's got the right personality and temperament to do a good job. Lorraine, thanks for saying hello to me. She and the young lady that was sitting in the vehicle both watch the Bobby003 Show. Good morning to you all. And we were at Tobacco Plus, and I was getting some of that $3 per gallon gasoline. I understand it already went up again. I'm waiting for it to go down to $2.99. I think we're going to see some $2.99. I got a quick story to tell you. I think I was the last place to sell 99 cents gas in Opelousas. And when I opened up the Toby's Country Corner, which became Ray's Diner, nice Cajuns, the big Chevron station on 182 South and Judson Walsh on the corner there.
Right.
Chevron made a concession and gave me a special price. Gas was probably $1.10, $1.15 a gallon, and they let me sell it that day, grand opening day, for 99 cents.
And everybody could save a whole 15 cents a gallon.
And let me tell you, they lined up all day long, and I had the Roscoe Chenier playing music, and I had the Budweiser girls.
And Cuckoo the Clown.
And Megan was a little bitty child, and I have a picture with...
That was a big party.
Yes, sir, that was a big... You were there, big party. Anyhow, another little story of mine.
How about that photo?
And this photo here, I was at Beauchamp Truck Stop having lunch on Tuesday at noon, and actually the young lady came up to me, Miss Toby Veltan, man is her daddy.
Right. She
came up, introduced herself. I hadn't seen Toby since she was a young person. She's still young.
Right.
But Toby is married to Pat Doherty. Pat is in the education department, St. Andrew Parish School System. And Toby works for Creola Cafe in downtown Grand Coteau, Louisiana. They're open from Monday to Friday at noon. And I understand from somebody I saw last night, they have great food. And that somebody is her niece. And that's Mandy, who works over at Cafe Josephine.
Mandy knows good food, too. She grew up in it herself.
Yes, sir, that is correct. So making a lot of contacts and having fun at the same time. And talking about that, you need to talk about LHC Group. And I saw somebody while I was at Cafe Josephine.
LHC Group, all your home health care needs. LHC Group can help you with all your stuff in the home, from the therapist to the nurses. They can help you with the equipment, which is the lift chairs, the special beds, maybe the oxygen equipment. They can do all that for you. They've got hospice care, palliative care available for you, and even at Opelousas on the Heather Drive, they've got their wellness center where you can go there and work out and stay in shape and get exercise. And you said you ran into one of the folks with LHC this week?
One of the founders of LHC, Mr. Keith Myers, and Miss Ginger wasn't there. I guess she was off doing something else. And he told me, but
chasing the kids and all that.
Yeah, but he was with 3 members of his family, and he was in shorts. I think he had just got through maybe working out, jogging maybe. And I asked him about his horses. Did he have anything running on opening day? By the way, the Fairgrounds is in the 141st season of racing. One of the oldest racetracks, continuous racetracks in the United States of America. And he says, yes, he has 2 horses running in two different races. And I said, what kind of chance they got? He said, well, we always have a chance, but he said they tied up pretty good. But you got to find out where they belong,
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
And they have done real good. The name of their farm is the Coteau Farm. They're thoroughbred breeding and racing.
Been very successful.
Very
That's a new,
successful. He's one of the, I know of nobody in Louisiana that started out with a better plan than Keith and Ginger Myers, and they have stuck to the plan, and they have won quite a number of stake races already, and it's a new farming operation, racing operation. So thanks, Keith, and he invited you and I to go by again.
We'll do it.
To look at the horses and the stables and the ranch and all.
How about some more photos? How about this photo? Right in the center, you see our own Jason Huguet with the Steamboat Warehouse Restaurant over in Washington, Louisiana. He's accepting an award right there from the Louisiana Restaurant Association for Restaurateur of the Year, which is recognizing the best of all the great restaurants here in the central region of Louisiana. It's all that Lafayette, South Louisiana, up towards Alexandria and all this area. Jason won this award. I mean, unreal. You know, we already know he's best of the best chef like 7 or 8 years in a row now. You and I love to go eat there with the steaks and the seafood. But just to show congratulations to Jason Huguet. If you go out on Facebook, tell him congrats.
I had a chance to visit with him last week, and we really had a good, he's such a down-to-earth young man.
Great guy.
He looks like a kid, but he's very mature in his operation and his dedication. He didn't let this fame and money, because he does well with the restaurant. He owns the restaurant, by the way.
Correct.
And he doesn't let that go to his head. He's still the same young fella. And
how about all the charity work with our breakfast? He does the big gumbo he does in the springtime. I mean,
and a lot of benefits. They cook, and no, he's got it. He's got it going right.
Few more photos. We're going to wrap it up. Our own producer, Mark Rare, went out, and his brother got married on a cruise, and Mark went out on a Carnival Liberty. Look how good looking that ship is, and he sent us a nice sunset over the Caribbean. I mean, look how neat. You know, I got to go down there. We need to do a live show down there with Mark one time. There's Miami. Look all the shipping containers. You see that, boy? You know, me and you like all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Virgin Islands there as well, and then there's one more shot of the boat. We're going to go down there one of these days with Mark. Mark's going to be our tour guide.
I don't think we could bring that to 3 Mile Lake. I think it's a little too big.
Well,
it would take up a good portion of the lake by itself.
We'd have to time it whenever the spring floods come. You know,
Talking about that, we lost our leader, the man who developed 3 Mile Lake, Mr. Walter Leon Packer, age 83, died last week, was buried last Saturday. I didn't get to go to any of the services. I was leaving out of town when I found out about it, and I did send a text message to his phone, and it was received by some member of the family. So if any of you can know, he has 4 daughters and a son that are living, and I think they practically all live around the Lafayette area. I have never met any of them. I don't think Pierre has met any of them. Maybe Johnny Fontenot has. I'm not sure. Johnny lived right near where Walter lived, out on 3 Mile Lake. But we are very interested in getting up a beautiful plaque and putting that plaque out at the parking area, the launch area, and something that'll last for years and years. Walter provided not a huge amount of land, probably maybe a 400-acre tract of land, maybe 500 acres, but that's small when you consider that a large portion of it is in water, and then developed probably close to 500 lots on this tract of land, and it's a place where many live today, and many of us go there to play. And that's pretty much the message that I texted, and somebody received it in the family. I wish they would get back in touch with me, because I want to start working. I'm the president of the 3 Mile Lake Association, and we want to get on that while things are hot and we are thinking about him. But he did a wonderful job for all of us, and was very interested in the maintenance and the continuation of the waterway.
He made sure to get some contracts
And
all
we
the time to
showed
make
you,
sure to,
we showed you all a
photo of
picture.
him.
We showed a picture what no more than 3 months ago,
Right.
approximately 3 months ago. He signed over the rights to management forever to the 3 Mile Lake Corporation
In perpetuity.
in perpetuity. That is the big word.
It took me a while. I got it.
Yeah, and that's the word that our little friend Chad Pete, our little boy from Washington,
Right.
came up with that big word.
Oh yeah, that's right. The attorney.
The attorney for 3 Mile Lake
We got a-
Association.
We got a nice little email from Miss Jackie Griffin over in Lafayette to let us know about the Light is On For You program. Advent is beginning, Christmas season's happening. Every Catholic church in the Diocese of Lafayette on Wednesdays of Advent, that's December the 5th, the 12th, and the 9th, from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. will be open for confessions. Every Catholic church in the diocese from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. each Wednesday on the 5th, the 12th, and the 9th. So go by. They say the light is on for you to come by and go to confession at church.
And that's not the Jackie Griffin from Opelousas here.
That's one married to JP.
Oh, yeah, okay,
J.C. Griffin.
but you know who I'm talking about?
Right.
Jackie, that died recently.
Correct,
Well,
correct,
well,
right.
a year ago, in fact, not
Right.
recently.
It's definitely not her that's in the email.
I mentioned about
Right.
her 1 year death.
Right.
But anyhow, I'm just.
We got it. That's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of deaths, you want to talk about some of the obituaries that we have? We could do that.
We
right
have one.
now.
That's it.
We got Miss Louise Dejon Woods that passed away. Had been married to Mr. Harold Woods, and a lot of you know her kids. I know Weeda and Scarpy Woods, who was involved in the school system quite a few years as well. I want to send our condolences to their family. Of course, a lot of people knew her as an English teacher in Port Barry. Taught everybody back for the last, I don't know how many years, but definitely taught me, big influence on me loving literature and loving reading. Our condolences to the family.
And on this Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
November the 24th, starting at about 9 o'clock, but you can start coming over to Toby's little lodge next door to where we filming the program every week. By the way, we're filming Wednesday as usual. And of course, under the management and ownership of Wayne Doucette and his family, Toby's little lodge will have one trick pony playing the music, live music, fun music. They play the music that the crowd enjoys and wants to hear.
I heard
That's
the crowd
very
went
important.
wild to hear him at the Cracklin Festival.
Yep, I heard that also. And of course, our own Matt LeBlanc, who heads up the
TV station.
TV station here in Opelousas, is one of the band members, he and his friends.
And our producer Mark is the sound man.
Oh, go ahead. All right. He puts his 2 bits in there.
Leaves him more time to talk to the girls while the guys are playing.
Uh-huh, how about that? So that's this Saturday night. Go out and pass a good time. It's a long weekend. Everybody will be off of work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
There you go.
While watching the 5 o'clock news on Channel 10, I saw where a person that I'm sure I know he used to live here. I'm not sure if he still lives here or not. I'm talking about Paul Meadus. He was on the 5 o'clock news helping employees over at Frank's Casing Crew give out Thanksgiving dinners. Over 200 boxes of food was given out. And so Paul Meadus must work for Frank's now.
Right.
The employees donated money to buy all of this. What a company to
he'd
work
worked
for.
over here in town. He was with the school board, is what you thought?
Is he
Something
the
around
school
there.
board or he was maybe financial planner? He was very active. Paul, keep up the good work.
Folks, we got to take a 1-minute break for that last quarter that's coming up. TV and radio will see you on the other side of 1 minute.